And how are we doing, everybody? Back with another video. I'm excited for this video again. I'm excited for every video. But in this video, we will be talking about why discipline isn't enough to get you to where you are going in trading. And there is another step and another type of awareness that you need to have in order to be super successful within trading. Now, I made a whole PDF form on the content of what I'm about to speak here. What I'm about to speak here is more concise and more condensed. But if you would like the whole PDF, the printable version of this for you to hang up in the wall or just to have and study it for yourself, I will put the link in the description below and you can have at it. But if not, hey, I will talk about it today. So what do I mean by discipline is not enough? Most of you guys who are watching this are already disciplined. You know what to do and what not to do. You get up, you chart, you journal, you do the things that you know you're supposed to do. So why, when you are in a trade or are you in a live trading market, you know what you're supposed to do, but you don't do it? That right there is when your body, your emotions take over your logical mind. We call this the amygdala hijack. The amygdala is in the part of the brain that is responsible for threat detection. Now, that was very vital for us humans in evolutionary times because the threat of survival and telling us, well, stop thinking about it and just do it. The fight or flight mechanisms helped humans survive over decades and millennia in order to get to where we are today. So that was very vital in our evolutionary process. So just because we are trading now doesn't mean we can just take our amygdala out. In order to try to, not even say manipulate, but work your amygdala in the way that you want it to is by first understanding our beliefs, because our amygdala reacts on the beliefs that we have on our environments, our perceived environments, on how we interpret our external environments, right? For example, if I'm afraid of spiders and I see a spider, my heart will start to beat. But if somebody loves spiders and they work, let's say they work in an exhibit with spiders, if they see, their heart is not going to pump. So it's not really the specific item or the event in our external environment, is how we perceive it. It's all about perception. So a lot of traders come up with rationalizations why they break their rules. They come up with rationalizations why they break their rules. And a lot of them will say, well, oh, it's because I know it's going to go up. Or, XYZ stock and this crypto's pumping. And I know this person bought this. You start to give yourself rationalizations why you are continually breaking your rules instead of just accepting your rules. Instead of just accepting them and moving past the fact, you look for external stimuli to be able to affirm what you feel should be right. So look, let's go into this. Let's talk about the amygdala hijack. We just kind of talked about it a little bit, but first, when this starts to happen, that gives you pre-signs. When you can start to understand, because your body will let you know when your body is taking over than your rational mind. You won't be able to think it, but you will be able to feel it. Now, what do I mean by that? One is a very common one. Your heart will start to race. We're humans. Our heart just doesn't start racing for no reason. Many times there's reasons, and I'm not talking about healthy phase, but many times there are reasons why our heart just starts pumping without any type of exercise. If I'm just sitting here, our heart starts pumping for most of the time. If we're just doing by this, our body detects threat outside. It signals to your heart, hey, you need to start pumping faster. Pump some epinephrine through this body. Give your body adrenaline so we can do something. So we can protect ourselves from whatever outside danger this person, the vessel, is perceiving is dangerous to him at this specific time. So yes, sometimes it feels like our emotions, it start to feel like somebody else is in control. Because really somebody else is in control. It's our emotional mind. Like I said, we have two minds. We have our analytical mind, the prefrontal cortex that's able to analyze and think rationally. But when our body feels like, hey, that's not working, let me take over. Get in the back seat. I'm going to do. I'm not going to think. I'm just going to do. That's what happens. Hey, you get out the trade. I don't know why I did that, man. You don't know why you did that because our emotional mind doesn't think about why. It just does. and you have to deal with the consequences later. So Liz, once our amygdala takes over, there is not too much. We can't think ourselves out of that. You can't say, hey, people, that's where they get the discipline messed up. They think that we can just switch it and say, hey, no, let's switch back. Because you didn't switch to it in the first place. You didn't initiate that switch in the first place. Your body did, because of something that you perceived was happening to you in the outside environment. Now, that's why I say we cannot, once we get there, we can't think ourselves back. But before we get there, we can think ourselves into ways that don't get there. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So once we get there, if we look at that, I'm looking down in my notes right here, y'all. I'll be taking notes just because I want to do a great presentation for you guys. But listen, this awareness interruption, being able to interrupt, but having awareness, but being able to interrupt this amygdala hijack. The fastest way to interrupt it is through thinking. It's not through thinking, but it is through the body. Listening to your body, it gives us signals who is in control. Is it our rational mind, like I said, or is our emotional mind? Our heart starts pumping. Our gut starts to get bubbly. Our vision gets narrowed. Our perception gets narrowed. We stop looking at contradicting events and only start to look at what confirms our beliefs. We only look at what confirms our beliefs because we are interpreting and we are perceiving that a loss is harmful to us. Loss aversion. Now listen to this. The belief decoder. Under emotional reaction in trading, under all emotional reactions in your trading, there is a deep buried belief that it stems from. That's what I was talking about earlier, about if I see a spider versus somebody who's not scared of spiders sees a spider. They will react different than my body will react. It's the same spider, it's the same circumstance, but we reacted differently because of our beliefs and how we feel about the external stimuli that we perceive with our eyes or that we hear. So once we do those things, let's talk about some beliefs. Many people believe that a profitable trader is only somebody who takes winning trades. So when they start to see a losing trade, it goes against their identity and they don't want to have this type of ego regression. So they feel like, hey, no, I'm a winning trader. So a winning trader doesn't lose. Flawed. A winning trader never has losing trades. Flawed. Somebody tell me a sports team or any type of team that has never lost. I'm not talking about for 1 season, 2 seasons, or 3 seasons. Yeah, people go undefeated for a little while, but there comes a loss. That doesn't mean they're not a good team. That doesn't mean they didn't have a profitable record or a winning record for those seasons. But nobody goes undefeated forever. There is always taking that loss, learning. Not even about loss, it's about learning, right? And listen, once we get in those times, once we realize you are becoming emotionally hijacked, the most important thing we can do is take a step back. It's not do anything. Once we realize, hey, my heart's pumping, something's wrong. Most of the time we know something's wrong, but we don't know what's wrong. Knowing what's wrong comes from our journaling and understanding our beliefs outside of trading. But you can know something's wrong by your heart is pumping, by your gut is wrenched, and by you perceiving this sense of urgency. I need to be in a trade. You can't sit still. All of this adrenaline, all of this energy is in your bodies. You want to do something. You want to fight the market. That is how you know your body is in control. Don't do anything. Find ways to get your heart rate back level, back at its normal rate. Whether that be praying, whether that be meditating, whether that be going for a walk, whether that be breathing exercises, whatever the case may be, get back to your baseline. Don't make any decisions. And before you make your next decision, ask yourself, why am I making this decision? If it starts with I feel, brother, don't do it. You're being led by your feelings. If any of your answers come with, I feel this, I feel it's going to do that, I feel it's going to do that, you better not do it. Because I feel your account will get blown. I feel you will be in emotional turmoil.